These are my notes, cards, front and back, front and back, front and back, front and back. Okay. Imagine someone you love, like really, really, really love. Really picture them. And they're facing the final stage of a terminal illness. And they're not just sick, they're suffering, maybe for years. They've lost the ability to move, to dance, to drive, to bathe themselves. They've lost the ability to do the things that make them them. And there's nothing else left to cure that. The only choice they have left is how much they'll suffer on the way out. And that's the reality for thousands of people every year. And have you ever made that pact with your siblings or your cousins that if I ever get to that point, just drug me up? I don't want to suffer. Don't let me sit there miserable, because I have. And we might have been half laughing when we made that pact, but the truth underneath it was real. Because none of us want to lose ourselves before we lose our lives. And that's why I believe that assisted suicide or medicated aid in dying should be legalized. And just to be clear, I'm not talking about traditional suicide. In Compassionate Choices, they explain that medical aid in dying is only for the mentally capable adults who are diagnosed with a terminal illness. A terminal illness where they're given 6 months or less to live. They must be able to self-administer their medication themselves. So this argument is really about control and dignity and compassion at the end of a life that's already ending. When someone's dying, they're not choosing whether or not they're going to die. They're choosing how they will experience the final chapter. Britannica notes that many patients who request the medical aid in dying do so because they're losing the ability to participate in the activities that made their lives meaningful, not just because of the pain. And this hits hard. It's not about giving up. It's about wanting their last moments to reflect who they were, independent, thoughtful, human. And a lot of people do worry that this procedure will be abused. But in the states where this is already currently legal, the laws for this procedure are some of the strictest in healthcare. According to Compassionate Choices, to qualify, you must be 18 years old, you have to be mentally capable, there's multiple requests needed to be made, and you have to be able to ingest this medicine on your own. No one else may give it to you. Coercion is a felony. And US laws prohibit injections or IVs. It's a pill. This isn't a loophole. This isn't a shortcut. It's a carefully protected option. The American Psychological Association explains that suffering at the end of life is not just about the physical. It's fear. It's a loss of identity. It's the emotional weight of feeling like a burden on the people that you love. And here's something even more powerful. Some of the patients who have been given this medication have never ended up using it, but they felt so much calmer just knowing that this option exists for them. That sense of control can be life-changing in someone's final days. End-of-life decisions are emotional for families. The APA highlights that when patients can clearly express their wishes, and when those wishes are honored, families experience a healthier grieving process and less trauma after the loved one passes away. Medical aid in dying doesn't just support the patient, it supports the people who are surrounding them, the people who love them, giving them a chance to say goodbye in a way that is intentional and not chaotic. The majority of Americans believe that terminally ill adults should have this option. And people understand that compassion sometimes means letting someone choose a peaceful, controlled end rather than a prolonged and painful decline. So should assisted suicide be legalized? I believe yes. It protects autonomy. It protects dignity. It reduces someone's suffering. And it gives families clarity. It gives patients peace. And it gives all of us the reassurance that if we ever face the unimaginable, we won't be forced to endure more than we can bear, physically or mentally. Legalizing medical aid in dying doesn't take anything away from the people who wouldn't choose it, but they give everything to the people that would. Thank you.
Woohoo! I think we might